This is Nibiru Watcher. It is November 16th, 2018, and I've got some epic footage for you today of a massive shadow caught by George Z from his LG phone, the rising sun in Virginia. Probably it happened in a matter of about 20 minutes. So next time you catch this, please use your video. I normally don't like doing photos. It's hard to compel people that. It's hard to prove spots and all this other stuff. You just had a video and the spot stays still. The camera's moving left and right. Epic. Can't debunk that one. But because of the consecutive shots, it is pretty compelling with the contrast. I don't even play with the colors. You'll see it. But before I go, I gotta say sorry for the mistake I made on my last video that the chemtrail Morgellons expert Klaus fella was dead. He actually is alive, and I apologize for that. I was informed by someone I trusted who turned out to be a disinfo agent. I am not going to name this person, but I am sorry. I want to make more careful research next time. And without any further wasting your time, let's jump into this. Check out the footage from the rising sun from about 9:18. Well, you could just look at this footage. Look at this. So here comes the sun, the LG phone, and voila. You guys see this? Shadow. Where have we seen that before? Let's look at some of these other photos. I'm just kind of quickly scroll through them. And here we have the sun with the red lens petal effect from the lens array. We get the white center of the sun simulator. We can see the effects of the still existing sun, the yellow sun. The one, remember back when we were kids, back before about 1984, when this thing was slowly assembled together over the course of a few years. During the Reagan years. Well, where have we seen all this before? Let me show you some more footage here, and we'll kind of go back and forth here. So here we don't see the dot, and then it appears. Ta-da! Exactly as I showed it on all my camera videos. Let's go back and watch some of that. So here we are in Lake Starnberg. This is not Photoshop, folks. This is real. 3:30 a.m. Lake Starnberg. And let's go back or go forward in time. It goes there. It remains in the sky. At 4:30 it disappears. Almost saw the same effect from Roger's video. I'll leave links for all this in the description box. But keep in mind, when the sun actually sets in front of this, if the sun was to set behind this, this is what we'd get. This lovely effect. A sun simulator in front of the eclipsing object. We get this lovely eclipse. A sun simulator with a giant lens in front of it. Let me zoom in on this. I know the meteorologists will lie to you willingly. They know better than this. Well, are they just scientists? I mean, they must take some college classes, right? Ice crystals? Does that look like a rainbow? How could ice crystals? I mean, those. First of all, those are chemtrail clouds. It doesn't even look like ice crystals. These are on warm, sunny days, most of the time. And then we watch this thing set. It just suddenly disappears. Where are the ice crystals now? How come that disappeared? Doesn't make any sense. That's because it actually eclipsing a planetary object. Where have we seen? Let me explain this sun simulator just a little bit in the lenses. I'm going to beat this to death. I'm sorry. So some of you are new to this, so for your sake, this is why this video is here. This camera has now been offline, and this entire camera network from Australia has been offline. These are the lenses that we show, showing the lens array, the presence of the lens array. You go into a lot of detail that brings out the red, because red passes basically straight through these lenses, showing the presence of the lens array in the back. Here are these large round objects. Apparently, that's exactly what George is seeing in his film. So notice we see the... Sorry about the sound there. So notice the sun is white. It loses yellow. But as it sets, it turns yellow, right? As it sets and shrinks in size. Look, I got plenty. This is not about a sun simulator. I'm just kind of showing what you're seeing here. So I want to point out from these photos here, Here we see the shadow. Notice how the sun is basically a reddish yellow. It could be smoke, could be whatever. But in this, here clearly you can see we have a white sun in the middle with the yellow and then the red. The red is from the lens. The yellow is the true sun. The white is the white light from the fake light of a lower Earth orbit. And notice as the sun rises, it gains huge size. The yellow disappears. It's completely white. The warmth of the sun is completely gone. The real sun's still there. It's only giving off heat and no light, thanks to the planet Nemesis sucking away its energy. If you guys want to follow more up on that, Claudia Albers, she did not say it's not there. It's just diminished solar minimum. Look at this footage. So, then I want to give you another update from California. Fires that we have and drone footage from my area. And so, don't be expecting me to catch footage like this until the smoke gets out, and you'll see why. So here's some drone footage. That's the sun. And look how I start to break, trying to get up, break through the ceiling of the smoke. Look at that. It's just completely, almost probably like 1,000-foot visibility. And I took it to not too far of an altitude, and you could see that is kind of cool here. Look at this reflection. I bet it just looks like electric up here above this smoke. Kind of cool, huh? Yeah, there's the sun. That's what it looks like for me. This is what I'm breathing right now. All the schools are closed in this area. Now about a little fire update on the California fires. It's incredibly sad. Where we're at 142,000 acres, 45% containment. 15,500 structures threatened, 9,084 residences destroyed, 360 folks. Just last night, this was at 8,700 at 260 structures. And all these other buildings they hadn't even named. Oh my gosh. We need to really pray for those people. It is so sad. It's so underrated. Look at this missing persons list. There is now 600 missing people. Many of them didn't even make it on this list. They don't know what to say. But here is the list that they've got. And if you know these people, please call the Butte County authorities and tell them you know where they're at. And so we can take them off this list. But look at these ages, 90, 80, 50s. Some of them are young people, 2 and 8, 21-year-old. It's heartbreaking to see this. Look how long this list is. 75, 88, 72, 84. 3 pages long. And look at... So, there's a missing numbers list. I'll leave a link for this. Somebody know anybody in California and you know these people, we could see... We've got 60. I'm going to do the details in this. I was going to just talk about the fatalities and the sadness of it all. 63 fatalities. No firefighters. I know it's directed energy weapon, no doubt about it. But you look at some of the photos of an interactive map, and look at this map that we could see. I'll leave a link for this. You could just see how broad this fire is, and look how they fence this off. I'm very suspect because last time we saw borders of the evacuated area, this whole thing was going to be rezoned. Just like they did with the Napa Valley fires or the Santa Rosa fire. So these black ones are not damaged. The green ones are. We can just click on a couple of these and you could see the damage of some of these homes. So you could see this is 9% damage. This is made of stucco. So it survive the fire. That's not always the case. I mean, we look at some of these homes that they carefully map this stuff out. I'm sure the military will never let these people back in. How did this place survive? It's made of wood siding. I'm going to show you some of the other ones that are burned down. Here's a burn destruction. Look at all the trees in this still standing, and this thing just got smoked. Every single car got burned. How can they target every single car? And these trees, I thought it burned through. Doesn't make any sense, right? I think we all know better. And if you want to follow the directed energy weapon, just go to my channel. I had the sun simulator is also behind this. PG&E and their space-based weaponry and their microwave energy into this thing. So look at this. This house survived. It was one of the green ones, right? Made of stucco. So I wanted to touch on one more topic. I'm sorry, a little over the place, but this is a response to some of the trolls or disinfo agents out there who said that I claimed, or how dare I say that I discovered the lost city of Atlantis. That is not true. I only discovered that it was sitting on this ancient equator. That's it. In fact, I knew this Eye of Sahara was already there. Gil Richard and others had thought that this might have been a plasma strike from Planet X. Now I don't think so. This fits everything what Plato describes, the diameter of this thing. Go back on the live stream. You could watch. It's all over YouTube, the Lost City of Atlantis. So just a little correction there. Not a correction, but a restatement that I did not discover this. I did not say I'm the one who discovered this was Lost City of Atlantis. I just said it was on this ancient equator. What is that? Well, glad you asked, because you didn't watch the live stream. If you go back and watch all these ancient sites from around the world, starting with the pyramids of Egypt, it forms a perfect circle around the Earth. It looks just like an equator, like about a 30-40% pole shift. And here's another ancient site. We can just go to one, and you can see this red line being the equator. I marked a line off on every single one of these. These are all the most famous ones that sit right smack on the equator. Yeah, and there's all interesting structures as well. Machu Picchu, this structure over in Chile that has the stones cut the same way that they cut in the pyramids of Egypt. Nazca lines. Easter Island. Here's the Nazca lines. There's the city of Nazca. Here's Easter Island. It was all in the live stream. You two can go plot these out. Easter Island. Anyways, let's zoom all these out. City of Ur, it's all there. The Sun Gate. Yeah, it's... Look how close these places are. That wasn't right on it. Anyways, let me zoom this out for you. Let's watch. You'll see what I mean by an equator. So, this equator. So here's the ancient sites, making a perfect circle around the Earth. And then we look at the pyramids of Egypt and put that in relation with the equator. And we can see how far off this is. So here is the real equator. There is the ancient equator. Here's the point of shift right on these axes. I thought that was pretty interesting. So if we measured this out on the mileage, it would come out to about, let's see, 2,000 miles. 2,000 miles. Yeah, there's lots. The new pole, that would put us, in case somebody was wondering, that the new pole would be right here about Mount McKinley, Alaska, where Barack Obama was. Yeah. Anyways, hope you liked this video. Copy, like, and share. Give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day.